Hello everyone. So there are so many things that I love at any given moment, honestly, and I really be wanting to talk about them and recommend things. So that is why I decided to make today's video. I feel like I've seen a resurgence of like favorites type videos that are kind of reminiscent of old YouTube, but these days they're a little more curated, a little more classy, like I don't know, but I've been seeing more of them around and I've liked watching them myself, so I wanted to share some of my favorites with you all today. I'll be talking about a few different categories, so I'll have media, so like shows, movies, books, music, and all that type of stuff. Physical products like beauty and skincare, and other YouTubers even, so this should be fun. And my notes are right here, so when I like do my little glance, you already know. I thought filming this, oh my god, I feel like that one Victoria Monet meme like this. Anyway, I thought filming this at night could be a little comfy, cozy, fun, so hopefully this is a vibe for you as it is for me. So this is kind of like I'm taking everything that I've consumed so far this year and trying to curate it into this little thing for y'all. So I'm gonna start with movies. I have 3 movies. This is 6. I have 3 movies that I want to talk about, and I guess I'll talk about them in chronological order in which I watched them. So the first movie is One of Them Days. If you haven't seen One of Them Days, you should go see it. I think it's on streaming on Netflix now. Honestly, I saw it and I had nothing bad to say about it. I just thought it was so fun to see like a black female buddy comedy, just like a wholesome, not wholesome necessarily, but it wasn't rooted in like black trauma, just a nice fun movie for the girls, for everybody. It was good. It was good. I already love Keke Palmer, and I was surprised to see how well SZA acted. Like, I didn't know what to expect from her, and I thought that she did her part really well. It was a modern movie, but it felt like a classic, like one of the classics. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. The next one, it's not a movie released this year, but it is one that I watched this year. I've kind of been on like a Disney kick, like watching old just childhood or animated movies that I had never seen. So one of those was actually Coco. That is a great movie. That is just Disney or Pixar really just did what they need to do with that movie. Like, they really took children's movie and just did it so well. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, the story was very immersive. It was really like intriguing, interesting. What's the word? I can't think of the word. But I was in it. I was in it with the characters. They explained everything well. Like, I loved seeing how they took that culture and were able to make it into the children's movie. Like, that you could also learn about the culture, but it's still a children's movie. And I think for a children's movie, it really handled grief and family and all of that really well. And I did cry. I did cry. I think if you're looking for an animated movie to watch, like, don't count out children's movies. I don't know if people do count out children's movies, especially older ones, but even though it's not like older for real, but it's not just new. I don't know, don't count them out though. Next, how could I talk about movies in 2025 without talking about Sinners? I had the pleasure and the privilege of seeing Sinners in a 70mm IMAX theater screen, and that was so good. I'm not a huge horror movie person, but I would say it leaned more thriller than horror. I don't know. Like, do I know the difference exactly? I'm not gonna say that I do, but I just know that they did it really well. Aside the fact that they mispronounced griot like in the first line of the movie was a little bit insane, like considering how well, other than that, like it was like culturally researched and they had like cultural consultants and it was so good. That side-eyed. But anyways, aside from that, I thought it was really good. I thought it was cast really well. Actors were amazing. The direction was amazing. The costuming was good. I just love, of course, like the music scene in the juke with Sammy like playing the instruments and everybody coming in, past and present, like ascending. That's like a main scene. Like, I don't think that's not really a spoiler. But it was just really good, and I bawled near the end. I was bawling from a certain point all the way to the rest of the end of the movie. So it was really good. I don't know how much longer it's in theaters. I love that they extended the amount of time that it's going to be in theaters. So if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Like, with both Sinners and One of Them Days, I love seeing original Black stories getting told in 2025, especially as so many reboots and sequels and stuff are being done. Seeing original stories at all is just refreshing, and original Black stories and them doing well and being well done, I just love to see it. I just love to see it so much. Now on to shows. The first one I've written is Dan Da Dan. Did that come out in 2025? I watched that. I guess 2025 has been long already, y'all. Like, it's already May right now as I'm filming this. Phew. Also, disclaimer, a lot of the shows are gonna be anime. I like to watch me some anime. I just find that it's easy for me to watch and put on and enjoy. There are so many good animes, and there are really good modern animes out right now. There's really good animes from forever ago. Like, it's just so much to explore. So don't shoot me because I like anime. If you don't like animes, I guess you can skip this. Even though I have one non-anime show, okay, stay tuned. If you don't like it, move here for books. Okay. But I'm gonna start with Dan Da Dan. So it was just really well done. I love the main characters. I feel like they were very dimensional characters. I hate when there's like a miscommunication plot dragged on for a long time and like that's the conflict. Like, I hate that trope. So I like that they didn't do that. It felt more realistic with the conflicts and the characters and everything. And there's one episode, if you've watched it, you know, one episode that was like so heartfelt and different and very sad. I think that the show is really good at just showing emotion and having really interesting dimensional characters. It's also funny, but there's action. Like, I'm so excited for season 2 to come out this summer. If you haven't watched it, watch season 1 before season 2 comes out. If season 2 is out while you're watching this, go watch season 1 and 2. Lucky you, binge watch it, okay? Oh my god, and the theme song. I don't know, like, they put some crack in that theme song. Like, I never skip it when I'm watching it. Like, da 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 da. They ate. Like, I want to rewatch season 1 honestly before season 2 comes out. So do with that what you will, but I think it's a great show. Next, this one was not new, but I watched it this year. Mob Psycho 100. I had it in my watch list for a long time, and I did not expect, I don't know what I expected from it. Maybe just because of the branding, I expected for it to be something other than it was, but it was really good. Again, characters are really well done. Main character, I don't like watching stuff where I really hate the main character, so you're gonna see that theme throughout, except for the last show that I'm gonna mention. But anyway, this was also really well done. Really dimensional characters, really intriguing story. I think it was paced really well. I love when it's not just a 12 episode anime, so I just like that there was more to watch, but I also like that they tied it together. Like, it wasn't dragged on. Again, paced really well. It was a sleeper for me. Like, I didn't think I would like it. Like, I'm not a really big like action pew pew fighting every episode. That's not my jam necessarily. I like when everything has a purpose, but the stories also have a chance to breathe. With both Dan Da Dan and Mob Psycho, I feel like they did good at that with balancing it. So watch Mob Psycho if you haven't. Next, this one is not action shonen. This one is drama, you know. I think they kind of have it listed as mystery also. This is The Apothecary Diaries. So one of my friends just mentioned, he was like on Twitter, was like, y'all need to watch The Apothecary Diaries, and I was like, what? Went, checked it out. Why is it so addicting? It was such, again, like a different concept. So the concept of The Apothecary Diaries is that you're following a girl in like imperial China, like ancient China, and she is in like a weird court system palace thing, and Apothecary Diaries, she's an apothecary, daughter of an apothecary, and it's just kind of following her mysteries and her solving things, especially throughout the first season. The second season gets a little bit more like drama and action in comparison. Just a different pace and different type of show from like pew pew fighting. Again, I don't know why I keep saying it after everything that I think you should watch it. I do also think you should watch this. And it's currently actively airing, and I think it's fun when something's actively airing and I can't binge it, because it makes you, at least for me, it makes you have to sit with the show more like every week. And you know, cable, kind of back to that, but I think that you can kind of sit with the show more and appreciate it more when you don't binge it, and I'm saying that as someone really prone to binging, so yeah, that's fun. Okay, for the last show is the only, I think I've watched a couple episodes of some non-animated shows, but this is the only non-animated show that I finished this year, so I'm gonna mention it here, and it was Apple Cider Vinegar. So I am a true crime, I do tend to get in true crime moments in my life. I'm not in one right now, and this was kind of fictionalized version of true crime. This is following Belle Gibson, and she was like a scammer, basically like lying to people that she had cancer and making a lot of money off of this lie. But I think the show honestly was done really well in a way where it didn't sensationalize her, did good at showing like her and everybody that she affected with her actions. Kenny JD has a really great video on Belle Gibson and the show as well, so if you're not gonna watch the show, at least watch Kenny JD's video. Yeah, I think, you know, as far as live shows, I can recommend that. There are many on my list to watch for the year that I just haven't yet. So next is books. So I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos this year, but in my video about ranking everything I watched last year, and I think also my organizing video, I talked about like, oh yeah, like I haven't been reading, but I'm gonna get back to it. And there was a second where I really was reading a lot. I got a Kindle and I was like really into it. Right now in this exact moment, it's not my preferred form of media. Even though I think that, you know, she might have a comeback, but it's okay. As long as I'm reading intermittently, as long as I don't give it up forever, I'm gonna say it's okay. But I have read this year. I have finished a few books this year. So I'm gonna name two that I really liked in order that I read them. So the first one I read that I really liked was The Ink Blood Sister Scribe. This was like fantasy and like blood kind of fit into the magic of it all. So like they used blood to write spells, and me trying to not say everything about the book but also explain the book, like booktubers, hats off to y'all are so good. It was just like a nice fantasy book that also I like reading books that we finish a story in a book in this moment, because you know it's hard for me to be as consistent with reading as I used to, so I'm not into reading like really long series right now. So I appreciate a story that is like contained. I think it's also a good book to read if you're, you know, getting back into your reading for reading slump. But the next book I think is even better, and it was my favorite book this year so far, and this is called The Unmaking of June Farrow. So this kind of did like, it was kind of like time traveling fantasy, sci-fi almost, but not really. Lines of woman heritage and a family. I don't even know how to explain it that well, but this one was really good. This one was really intriguing. I think that it did the time travel thing very differently, and it explained the mechanism pretty well, but it was just really interesting, and there was like a mystery aspect to it. And I definitely think if you're in a reading slump, you should check out The Unmaking of June Farrow. I could put it down when I was reading it. I'm currently in the middle of quite a few books, so we will see how that develops towards the end of the year. I'm also planning to do a video about halfway through the year on books I've read and my TBR and stuff, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Next is music. So I used to do these videos, I might have done one or two, but I remember I put a lot of work into my April music favorites in like 2018. You don't have to go watch it, but I just know that I was tracking my music manually, like I was on something. Music is one of my favorite things to consume. I love listening to music. I listen to music every day. Wish I could make it and be involved. Honestly, I want to make like music videos and like songwriting. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with this right now, but just letting you know I love music. So I have a couple of artists and specific songs that I want to recommend. So this first artist, if she has no supporters, I'm dead. Like she is a smaller artist that I found through TikTok back in, you know, the throes of lockdown. Her name is Camilla Covington. She just released, not just, but this year she released an anthology album, and I always love her. She is kind of like neo soul, but I think she provides something really different than just like modern R&B whisper singers. Like I think her stuff is really fun, and she has kind of a nice range of music, like ranging from more alt types and more like classic R&B and then like neo soul. And honestly, I just want her to get big enough to where she can do a tour and I can attend, because I'm really down for her. Like ask any of my friends and they will tell you, like I'm always telling everybody like, let's play some Camilla Covington. Like for Camilla, my favorite song off her anthology, definitely Impact. I've been listening to that. She released it as a single first, but I've been listening to that all year, and I really liked her first EP, which was called like Love Letters and Prophecies, I think. Almost every song on that is a bop, so you should listen to that. Honestly, if it's your first time, try that EP. The next artist is another smaller artist, but they are gaining some traction and I am very excited for them, and that is Corteza Star. So I don't know if you saw her video. She had this video, I think it was an on the block performance. If you were on TikTok and you saw Corteza crump to her song Fun, that's what got me in. I love Fun. One of my favorite songs from her are Fun, Bad AF, and currently off the album, the EP that she just released, which I'm so excited because she was doing everything in her room. She's like pretty young, she's like 19 or something, but now, like, you know, she's been signed and like did stuff in the studio and everything. But my favorite song of that is Dramatic. But like, hundreds of bands in my pennies for fun, I wanna fight some my hair in a bun, don't wanna pile I want time. If that rings a bell, yeah, it's Corteza Star. I don't know what genre of music that is considered, but I want to say hyper pop because it's like hyper pop adjacent, but it's not hyper pop. I'm not good at like knowing music genres, honestly. I just know stuff that I like. I call this stuff noise music when it sounds like that. I'm like, this is my noise music, and I love it. I love a good noise music. If you like a little bit of noise music, check out Corteza Star. The next artist is Destin Conrad. So I've been listening to him. I don't know if y'all know, but he actually started on Vine. He had like this one Vine about a chicken nugget, and one Vine of his that I love was like through to the left, through to the right. So I've been following him for a very long time. I've been following him since he released his first song, and now like seeing where he's at is just like so fun. I love seeing smaller artists like grow and blossom, so I just love it. I know that he collabs with Kehlani a lot and songwrites for them, but his stuff is just good. Okay, one of my favorite songs by him, I loved his older songs like Bills and Daydream. Love it. I saw him in concert last year, which was also really good. He just released an album for the summer. Honestly, I like most of the b-sides more than the singles. One of my favorite is Bad Bitches and PBS. I love those, so check out Destin Conrad, y'all. And honorable mention for this year is Flow. Mentioning them because I saw them live in Dallas and I made a video on it. It was my first time going to a concert alone, so if that's interesting to you, check it out. I'll link it down below too. But it was nice to see them live. You know, it's not a lot of Western girl groups out. You know, an R&B girl group in 2025, killing it. Like, what more can I say? And now I have a few songs. I'm gonna list them a little quickly because just singular songs, but one of my favorite songs of the whole year so far is Control by Dean. Also, I was really into K-pop a few years back. I think I kind of teetered off around 2020, 2021. But I still listen to Korean music, just not as much as I used to. But Dean is one of my favorite K-R&B artists, and he hadn't released for such a long time. Like, his releases are kind of far and few between, but this one, he ate. I was so happy. I was so happy to play it and hear that it was eating in my ears. Like, can't say enough good things about this song, so check that out. Next is Q. He makes like alternative R&B, I would say, but his song Be With Ya, listen to like every day since it's been released, honestly, off his mixtape. So check out the mixtape, but specifically check out Be With Ya. Like, love that song. Amine, so excited. His album is coming out soon. I'm filming this before it's out, but I'm really excited for that. But Amine, single from the album Familiar, love that. And Amine, what I really love about him is his music videos. Like, he always has really good music videos and creative direction, so this was no different. So love that as well. And I'm not gonna do this without listing some soca because I don't know if y'all know, I'm a Grenadian, okay, and Guyanese, okay. One of my favorite soca songs this year, there's two that I'm really into right now, and that's The Greatest Bend Over. It's like one of the most popular songs this year for a reason. It's really good. And the next one, I don't know if it was released this year, it might have been released last year or 2 years ago, but Dirty Flex by Kes. Hello, winding my waist up and down to those. Okay, so next is the products. Like, come on, OG YouTube. Maybe I'll go in the order of use. The first one that I'm going to mention is a very functional product, and this is hypochlorous acid spray. So I use this one by Skin Smart. It's called their antimicrobial facial cleanser, just because this is like the generic version of the Tower 28 SOS spray. I love this because, one, if y'all have ever experienced like just itchiness randomly across your face, especially if you wear makeup a lot, there's also little mites on your face. And I'm gonna get a little TMI, but I had like a chronic problem for years with Demodex, which is these mites that, you know, we have, I think most of everyone, like they're on us, they're microscopic, they're kind of dust mites that live on your face and in your eyes, but I had like an overgrowth of them and it was just crazy. I was working with my eye doctor for a long time. They didn't have a lot of treatments for a long time. Now that it's finally, with a lot of, you know, compounding treatments and different things I've done, it's finally gone away. If you want me to talk about that, ask me down below, I'll let you know. But this is one of the things that helps with that feeling. If you have any of that, if any of that resonates with you, this helps with that. It's a refreshing spray. I think it's helped with just my skin breakouts and stuff, especially like having pimples not scar too. It's just, it's small but mighty, and I've had this bottle for a while now. It's pretty big for the amount. Like I do maybe 3 sprays every night. If any of that resonates, or if you have been willing to try the Tower 28 SOS spray, try one of these instead. I think there's also like Walgreens versions or whatever. Just look up hypochlorous acid sprays and you can find a version that's not that. Next is the, I don't even remember the name because the bottle is like done for, because this has been the facial cream that I use. This is a facial cream from Kiehl's, and I'll write the full name here, of course. This has just been, my friend had been trying to get me to use this for years, and I don't know why I hadn't. I just had other moisturizers that I also really enjoyed, but I have found myself reaching for this one a lot. It's just a really good basic moisturizer, not necessarily for like cold harsh winter months, but as the spring and summer come, like I think it's light enough to be used. But I have dry skin personally, and it's still very moisturizing in that sense. So if y'all looking for a nice basic moisturizer that I literally have no complaints about and I've just been using every single day, this is a good option. Like I said, I have dry skin and I also have dry lips, and so at nights I like to use a lip mask, and recently I've actually been using the Tatcha Kissu lip mask. It's so cute. This is the older version. I know the newer ones have somewhere for you to put the little applicator, but I actually just keep it in the box still, just so that I can keep everything contained. But I mean, and this was gifted to me, so I don't know if I would necessarily re-buy it. I know Tatcha stuff is pretty expensive, but everything that I've tried from Tatcha so far also works. Like there are always cheaper options, but you know, if you want to splurge a little bit, I think Tatcha is a great brand to do that with. And this lip mask, I have no complaints. It's kept my lips really nice overnight, and in the morning my lips are moisturized, and I feel like I just have like a protective layer there constantly, kind of. So it's a good buy. Next, my new favorite lip balm. So my favorite beauty product honestly are lip products, so like any lip oils, lip balms, like colorful tinted lip balms and oils, like that's my jam. And my current favorites are the Eden Le Choo Choo softening lip balms. Love them. They are really good, and these were actually recommended to me while I was in Sephora trying to buy an Ole Henriksen lip balm that I've heard a lot about, and I still never picked it up because the one I wanted was sold out, and the girl there was, me and her were on the same wavelength. We have a lot of the same lip balms and there were ones that I liked, but I was looking for one with color and just one that lasts and doesn't give me the white line, because the white line is the death of me. But one thing I also found out, y'all, the white line happens a lot less when I don't put like a Vaseline on my lips first. So me realizing some of that might have been user error is crazy. But anyway, these are really good, and they actually are softening and a bit exfoliating. Like my lips just are really nice and soft when I use them, and the colors are really good. And obviously I'm black and I have a dark upper lip, so sometimes I have trouble with lip colors showing up on me or showing up well on me. But the two colors that I have are Burnt Malai and Boba Bounce, and beautiful. Burnt Malai is almost like a nude, but like a lighter nude that works for my skin tone. Love that about her. And then Boba Bounce is just like a classic brown that I love, but it's not too dark. Also love these, and I think they're black owned. So the last product that I'm gonna mention is my favorite scent this year. So I've been getting more into perfumes and stuff, and the one that I reach for like every day, my everyday scent, is the Fleur Vanilla Skin. So I think I found out about this through like Fragrance Talk, but I went and tried it because that the thing with fragrances is like that's the hardest recommendation to take or give, because it really depends on how the fragrance sits on your skin and melts with your like personal scent. So obviously go try it before if you can. But vanilla skin, it's literally like vanilla skin. Like it's not just like vanilla Bath and Body Works. See, it's like vanilla elevated, like vanilla mature, and I really like it. Okay, so the last category is YouTubers. I'm doing a YouTube favorites video. I actually want to talk about the YouTubers that are my favorite this year and I love watching recently. So I'm gonna start with some general YouTubers. The first one I'm gonna mention is Tia Weston. So she has a series called the $1 House series, and she bought like a really old house that used to be used for storage for $1, and she had been renovating it week by week. She's posting at 8 a.m. Mountain Time every Sunday except for like a couple holidays, but she has been so dedicated and consistent, and she's doing the renovation with her dad. And I mean, I've always been like an HGTV lover, so that's also me, but I don't know, like the way that she does it, they're just so easily digestible, and I'm learning a little bit too about certain renovating techniques, and people are like giving her a lot of good recommendations and advice in the comments. And I love how her house is turning out. Like I love seeing the progress. Just everything about it has been so lovely. So if that interests you, definitely check out Tia Weston. Next is one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, honestly, at this point, and the person who inspired me to start my own YouTube channel again, and that is Cozy K. I love Cozy K. Love me some Kennedy. I think her bio says something about wanting to be your next favorite comfort creator. She's literally my comfort creator. I love her. So she makes like cozy content, like cozy lifestyle content, and she focuses on like self-care and cozy hobbies. She started off with more cozy gaming, and now she separated those two channels. So if you're into gaming as well, she has that, and she has more lifestyle. Her videos are just so good to watch, and she's like so smart, intelligent, and well articulated, and I just love her videos. So if y'all haven't checked out Cozy K, like please do. Like she's literally my inspiration on YouTube. Like that's mother. Next, in a kind of similar vibe, actually honestly, if you combine Tia Weston and Cozy K, you kind of sort of get Cloudy Hills. She does a lot of DIY content, but like she be making furniture for real, and she does like interior decorating a lot, and she's decorated, I think she had like an apartment, and then now there's more of like a, I think, condo or house type situation, and she's always posting those. But she's also branched out into doing more lifestyle stuff too, and her videos also feel really cozy and warm. Honorable mention in YouTubers is Damon Dominique. He's been around for a long time, honestly one of the OGs, but his solo channel, like his artistic vision and execution for his YouTube videos is so different and also inspiring in a different way. It's just like, that's just a whole different part of his brain to, I don't know, the structure of his YouTube videos is so different. He does travel videos. He started off doing travel videos on a joint channel, and now he has his own channel, and he does still do travel videos, but there's also just like philosophical discussions about being a human and a global citizen that are really cool too. Really smart person as well. So those were like general people kind of. I also have a booktuber that I want to talk about. I can try to consume some bookish content to make sure that I stay interested in my hobby and the act of reading. But a really cool smaller creator that I found is Leah Nicole. A thread between the YouTubers that I really like is that they're really well articulated, honestly, because I admire that and I aspire to that. But Leah Nicole, like, I just love her conversations and the way she explains things and has thought about things in terms of books, her types of recommendations, and then she kind of has like video essay type videos as well. Definitely check her out if you're into that type of content. I have two artsy YouTubers to talk about now. One that I love watching, also one of my YouTubers where I will also watch almost all of her videos, is Apple Cheeks, Tiffany. I actually went to the Creator Camp Film Festival, and I will be posting a video on that. Don't you fret and don't you worry. But part of why I went to that was because she had been mentioning it in her vlogs, mentioning the Creator Camp team, and she had a panel there with Lynn Trong, who I also been watching for a long time. Didn't get to go to the panel, unfortunately. Like, that is a bummer, but you might hear me talk about that in the vlog. But I got to meet Apple Cheeks in person, and she was just so nice, and she gave me stickers, which I will put on the screen, and that was just so fun. But her videos are also just like different, and artfully done and well done and fun to watch. So she makes like vlogs, but she is an artist who has a small business, and vlogs kind of revolve around that. So A1 YouTuber as well. A smaller art YouTuber that I found is Hadley Queen, and she has really made me think about certain aspects of being an artist differently. Like, I used to be a way more like physical artist than I am these days, but I definitely want to get back into my physical art, and she has been an inspiring person to watch for that as well, and she just has really cool art videos as well. So check out Hadley Queen. And lastly, I don't know if you know, but I'm an avid simmer. Been a simmer since like 2007 or 2008, so that means I play the Sims, the Sims games. I love playing the Sims 2 and the Sims 3. I actually have a Sims channel called Bubbly Sims, which is like a vestige of my old YouTube name, which was actually Naya Bubbly. Throwback. I have a Sims channel called Bubbly Sims, which I'm actively posting on these days. So if you're interested, go check it out. But if you are into the Sims, I actually have a Sims YouTuber, a newer one that I found this year, who makes really different Sims content. His name is You Don't Care About Philip. Crazy username. I do care about Philip. But he kind of made like Sims video essays about aspects of the game I've never thought about before. He made one about like the roads of the Sims 3. Hello. And it was like really good and thought-provoking. Hello. I love a good thought-provoking video, a good thought-provoking YouTuber. So if you like that too, check out any of the people I mentioned. But okay, wow, I've been chatting for a while now, but that is it. I hope you enjoyed this little cozy vibe I tried to curate for you. I hope you enjoy the random things and people and media that I tried to curate for you in this. These are just things that I've been enjoying, and I love recommendations. It's not about buying things per se. I only had a few books which you can check out at a library or on your Libby, so you don't have to buy them. Had a few products, but you know, you don't have to buy anything. I hope that they solve issues for you. If you have any issues and these products will help you, you know, I just love a curated list and hearing what people enjoy, and I hope that sharing what I've been enjoying, you found some use out of it. Yeah, if you want to share anything that you've been enjoying in any of these categories, or have anything to say about anything that I mentioned, leave a comment down below. I love a conversation in the comments, so let's start that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll have a great rest of your day or your night, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.